Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to Flash Gaming. Today I've got a slightly different video for you, but something that I'm super interested in, so I want to post this out. So last week, Monday, I opened 2 ETBs of Evolving Skies and I put up on YouTube. If you guys want to see that video, the link will be in the description, or the card should be there or there, I don't know, somewhere. Okay, it's there, you guys will know. In that video, I had a clip of a few b-rolls of the ETB with some music and everything, just so you know, show you guys what it's like, what it looks like, because I think it looks really cool, so I want to make a shot of that. Now, I posted that clip on my Instagram and my TikTok, links in the description, check it out. A lot of people loved it, and a lot of people actually asked me how I made the b-roll, and I thought I'd make a video of it showing you guys how I made it. So I'll show you guys, the gear I used, how I did it, what's the plan going with it, and also the software and editing, the process of it all. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you guys actually like this kind of video, put in the comments, let me know, and I'll definitely do more tutorials and stuff on videography and editing altogether. I will show you guys the whole clip first, and then we'll get on to breaking it down. Alright, let's go. First things first, what I used to make the video. Now, first thing you always need is your products, which are my 2 Evolving Skies ETBs right here. So I use both of these, and I thought I'd just split up because they have all the 8 evolutions on this, and I thought I'd take a video of each of them and put it in. Okay, so the gear I use, first and foremost, the camera I use is the Lumix G7. Now, this is a camera I use to film all my YouTube videos mainly. Anything that's not streaming or anything, I use my Lumix G7 to use it. And I also use the Panasonic Lumix 20mm lens to film it. This is a lens that is really good when it comes to anything close range. It has really great focus, it's super sharp, so anything that's super close, its focus is amazing, and that's how I use, and that's basically what I use for this video. In terms of lighting everything, I just use my ceiling lights. You get it. Basically, I needed some top-down light for it because the light from my desk and my setup isn't enough, and I didn't want to have this desk in the way, so I basically used that light for it. So the links for all the gears will be in the description. You guys can go check it out, see what you like, what you don't. But that's basically what I used, and to edit, I used Adobe Premiere Pro. Also, guys, I wanted to ask you guys something. I know most of you guys don't have cameras. I know most of you don't have all this gear which I have to use, and it is a bit expensive, I'm not gonna lie. Some of you don't have that. If you guys want me to make a video on how you can make these b-rolls with just your phone and the editing software, let me know, put in the comments, and I will definitely get onto that. Just a disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by Adobe or any of the products in this video, but if any of the products, like any of the companies, do want to sponsor me, I'm very open to it. Okay, so let's move on. I will be showing you guys how I got the clips, and then we move on to the editing process on Premiere Pro. Okay guys, so here we are on Premiere Pro. As you can see, these are the clips that I've taken from those few shots. And these are just the shots that are shortlisted. I also cut them up so that, all the shots of me, focusing them and everything is just cut out. It's just what I want in the video is in the video. That's what I've come up with. And these are the shots. You can see very shaky. The color is quite off, so the shadows and everything, and we'll be fixing that right now. So the first step, what I want to do is go to effects over here, and you can see I'll be doing warp stabilizer. What this basically does, warp stabilizer stabilizes your videos. So you guys can see all the shakiness on the videos which I took, because my hands aren't all that great when it comes to videography. I can fix this in post. I can just put in the warp stabilizer, it'll analyze, it'll do its thing, it'll take a while. The longer the video, the longer it'll take. And basically now you can see the difference, that is so much more smoother in this. You can see the difference so much more smoother compared to like some of these and some of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the warp stabilizer to all of these, and then we'll come back to it. Alright guys, so here you can see after adding the warp stabilizer in all my clips, the clips are much more stable. There's no shake anymore. It does crop in a bit, which adds to my 20mm lens focus because I wanted a close-up of all this. But it's going to be so sick. It looks amazing. Now, the final part, let's move on to the color grading of it. Okay guys, so here we are at the Lumetri scopes, and what you can see here straight away, you can see the RGBs over here. This is the shadows, this is the white and black. You can see what's white and what's black. And this one is also about the shadows and the white balance and everything. You can see here, if you go in the toolbox, the tool setting icon there, these are the ones that I have: the vector scope HLS, the RGB parade, and the waveform Luma. So that's the ones I need, so I can just see. And as you can see, as the video goes on, the waveforms over there change as to what the video is, and shows me what's there and what's not. Now, what I'm going to do, we're going to go to Lumetri Color, which is right here in the effects area. And what you can see over here, we have decreased the blacks a bit, also maybe decrease the whites a bit. So you can see as I change this, you can see how it changes. I'm going to decrease the white. I'm really going for this cinematic look so that I can pull that off. I'm going to decrease the shadows by quite a bit. As you can see, shadows go there. I'm not going to make it too much because this is what happens. So I'm going to leave it there a bit. And to go with that, I'm going to bump up the highlights as well. So it gives me this really cinematic look. And this is what we have before the clip, and this is what we did after. Just some basic color correction. You can see the shadows and the whitening of the background, the picture and the screen and background is gone now. And it's so much clearer. The color's a bit more poppy. I'm going to also increase the saturation just a little bit. You can see if I do that, it's too much. I don't want it to seem too artificial, which is why just a tiny bit. A tiny bit's good enough. But yeah, you can see if I click on this FX, the before and the after, and you can see it's much better, much clearer, much more better for you to see, and much more visually appealing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and I only have this color grading, this slight color grading, the basic one for this clip and not for any of these clips. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that all of these clips have it, but instead of, dragging and all for each and every clip here, which is very tedious, what you can do in Premiere Pro, which is really cool, I'm going to copy. Wait, I'm going to click on this. I'm just going to see copy, and what I can do, I can go in this clip and I can just put paste attributes. Now I don't need the warp stabilizer, so I take that out. I only want the Lumetri color settings, so I can just do that. And you can see now on my second clip, the basic slight corrections and color grading we did are added onto this as well. Now what we can do is I can just go on each of these clips and I can just put paste attributes, just Lumetri color. I do that for each, so it's much quicker. You don't waste time dragging for each of the clips, and you can just do it so much quicker. Save yourself a lot of time with this. That's a quick tip for you. Also, if you guys okay, so here we go. You can see the basic color correction has been done on all of the clips so far. They look really great, but there's still a bit more we can do to make it a bit more cinematic and give the sort of real color which we want, and the sort of look, the cinematic look that we're going for. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to new item. We're going to create an adjustment layer. What an adjustment layer does is you can make all these settings and all the adjustments as it says so on this layer without actually affecting the actual layer. So I'm just going to resize it so it covers up the entire thing. What we can do, we can go on effects and we select Lumetri Color, and we can just drag and drop on this adjustment layer. So all the Lumetri Color stuff that we need to do for this adjustment layer can be set in over here. So we already have the Lumetri Color settings and all done for this clip alone, but there's a little more that we can do for this clip on the adjustment layer. So first things first, what we're going to do, we're going to go to curves. We're going to go to the Rgb curves, and you can see here this Rgb curve. What we're going to do, we're going to make 3 points on this, and we're going to just reduce this. This one is for the shadows. The middle one is for the midtones, and you can see how it changes. We don't want to make it too low because that really messes everything up. I'm gonna do that and bump it down just a slight bit. There we go. And also just bump up the highlights a bit, so it makes this sort of S layer over there. Maybe drag this down a bit more. There we go. So we can create, it's just this adjustment layer, and without that, this is what we get, and this is what we have, that more cinematic look, which is what we're really going for. So now we're gonna go straight to Hls Secondary, and you can see I really want to make the green pop a bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here. We're just gonna select, okay, and you can see everything that's in white over here actually is the stuff that's not changing, and everything in green that has elements of green like the Leafeon, that Glaceon and the Vaporeon over there will have some effect on it. Just gonna make this, and I'm gonna leave that a bit here. There we go. So you can see this is the before and after so far, really going for that deep cinematic look as we are. You can see over here on this color wheel, what I can do is I can drag it a bit, and if I drag it, you can see that it becomes super green, but of course that's too much. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna drag it a little bit down into the teal area, so both the green and the blue really pop, which is what I want, because that yellow, orange and all really goes well. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna increase the saturation just a tiny bit, gonna sharpen the video a bit, and also increase the contrast. Gonna go under curves, and we're gonna drag down to the Luma versus Sat curve. This is basically for the shadows. We're gonna put one here and one here. We're gonna drag this left one down all the way, and basically you can see what happens if we drag it up and drag it down. You can see it on the left side of your screen. Over here you can see how it changes accordingly. You can see how the shadows are changing, and that's what we want to change out, so it doesn't look too bright because of that. Like I said, we are going for that cinematic look, and I don't want to look too bright. Now the last thing that we need to do is you can just go into creative, and we can bump up the saturation a bit, we can make it a bit more vibey, and we can also sharpen the video a bit more. And that's basically it, guys. So we're more or less done with this one. So you can see this is the before and this is the after with the adjustment layer, and you can see how we've come across with that. So now what we can do, now that we're done with that color grading, we can just sort of take this, hold down Alt, and we can move this adjustment layer over here, and you can see it adds up so well. Look at these colors, that yellow and that orange really pops down there. We're just gonna drag it and resize it so it fits all the clips individually, so that all the clips have that adjustment layer settings. They already have the previous basic color grading settings, but we're just gonna drag these. You can, if you ever want to duplicate something on Premiere Pro, just click on it, hold down Alt, and then drag it, and it will duplicate it for you. So make sure it's resized and everything. Okay, so here it is. This is what we've gotten so far with the warp stabilizer. We did some basic color correction. We also added adjustment layers to really give us that really cinematic look that I was really going for when I was making this B-roll. But without any further ado, this is the final product. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I want to say a big thank you to all of you for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned something from it as well. I really like making these sort of videos because I'm very passionate about making videos and videography in general. So if you guys want to see more of this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and put down in the comments if you guys want more videos. Like I said, I could do one showing you how to make it just your phone, so you don't have to spend a lot on gears and everything. But yeah, I just want to thank you all so much for the recent support on the channel. I absolutely love it. Let's keep that momentum going. Let's get to that 1000 subs goal that we have. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This is Flash Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.